starting. Okay, so it's starting, but it's still offline for the time being.
Yeah, let's just see if it starts.
Yeah, true. It's gone to the actual YouTube page.
Yeah, I have the page open.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, this is the only photo that could have been the thumbnail, man.
Yeah, that was such a badass moment, but
yeah.
I thought I was opening up my YouTube. See if I can actually open up the page. Have you got the actual video the way the public can see it?
Yeah, I'm on that page, but it's still, it says live stream starting soon.
Right. Okay. Oh, I think we're actually live.
Are we? Where are we live though?
I'm in the. Hold on a second. Bear with us, guys, if you're actually watching us now.
I got it too.
You say we're live? Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Elapsed time. Hey guys, ArchAngel Manga here, and I'm joined by Sun Wukong. We are back again today to review some Mushishi episode Z. That's right, a plural. We're going to be reviewing episode 3 and 4. Just to kind of move things along a little bit quicker, and so we can discuss things more in detail. Introduce yourself, man.
What's up, everyone? Sun Wukong here, back again for that Mushishi greatness. Best episode so far. Would you say that?
What we're talking about, 3 or 4?
Either one.
I think yeah.
So far,
I think they were fantastic episodes.
Both of them were incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's discuss the first one first. The one about snow. It kind of made me feel a bit Christmassy. I'm not gonna lie.
I definitely felt it too, although definitely a lot more not as cheerful as Christmas.
No.
For sure.
Yeah.
But definitely. I think it was, I would say this, because we definitely had a handful of snow episodes in Mushishi from season 1 as well, and I think this is probably the best snow episode, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I loved what they did with it, like how the mushi existed within the actual snowflakes, and how they were dealt with in the episode, like how how they talk about the logistics of what snow is, and how when it falls within the lake, it just dissipates and becomes one with the lake water. But yet the snowflakes that contain the mushishi, just sink down to the bottom of the lake and create another bed of snow. I love that effect.
That was beautiful too, when he was just getting covered by the snow like that.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was fantastic.
I forget their names though, because I actually watched this episode a couple weeks back.
I know.
We planned to do it. Yeah, so it's kind of hazy for me, but I still kind of remember the general premise. If you want to run through that really quick.
Yeah. So basically, it centers around a young village boy who tragically loses his little sister in a frozen lake. And around this certain point, he's grieving for his sister, and I think it's the same night actually where he thinks his little sister Sachi is knocking on the door because she somehow miraculously survived. And when he opens the door, he gets the feeling that snowflakes are literally going through his body. At which point, this is the point where he's been stung by this really mysterious mushi, and the mushi itself it's got really unusual powers. It basically sucks off of the body heat of the host. But what is really strange about it is that the host themselves, they cannot feel the cold. No matter what, they can go out barefoot in the freezing cold, in the snow, or sink themselves to the bottom of the lake, and they cannot feel it. But yet, if they're anywhere near any sort of heat, like whether it's a fire or even body heat, they will literally feel like they're burning. So basically, what this mushi does, it tricks your senses into thinking that you're constantly at room temperature, even though you're not, even though your body's suffering, and you're suffering with frostbite. You just feel like perfectly normal. It's a really unusual mushi.
The most intense part is the fact that it was purely a psychological acting mushi, where it kind of, the heat to him, while he felt like he was burning, all he had to do was sit there for a while. He could have been cured from this mushi, like in
Exactly.
And vice versa. The man has frostbite, like terrible frostbite. Didn't he lose some of his fingers and stuff?
Yeah, he lost some of his fingers and toes. Surprisingly,
Yeah.
I'm surprised, to be honest, that he didn't lose his arms and legs, because there's that point where he kind of goes, like, he kind of mentally regresses, and seems to be, like, starts forgetting certain, like, aspects of his of what happened with his sister, and how he thinks that his sister's probably lying at the bottom of the lake, just sleeping,
Yeah.
and that she's still alive, and like he actually just dives down to the bottom of the lake and just stays there for like a day. And how that didn't kill him is, I have no idea.
I think it was explained as the Mushi protected him somehow.
Somehow, yeah.
Via, like, he didn't have to breathe, or he breathed through the snow or something like that. But
Even
that
so,
was
though,
crazy beyond itself.
that's the thing. That it
But
just I mean, I'm surprised even just the temperature didn't kill him alone, because that long submerged in water, I mean, you'd freeze to death. I mean, frostbite is just an
yeah,
understatement. I'm surprised he didn't lose his life.
exactly. This is a very interesting, very interesting Mushi. But I like the fact that if it weren't for him being controlled by the Mushi, he would
Mm.
not have been able to save that girl's life. Granted, she was only there for him in the first place, so
Yeah,
it's kind of back and forth. But I didn't expect the fact that he actually believed his sister was still alive and forgot that he actually buried her in the past.
that's
That
the
that was
thing.
kind of sad for me, because I knew she was dead the whole time, and I was like, damn, this is
Mm,
pretty sad. But when he, like, remembers that he actually physically buried her, I'm like, oh, dude,
exactly.
you were just broken this whole time, and you didn't know, like, you just blocked out the memory of your sister's death entirely, and
Yeah,
were
yeah.
waiting for her to come back.
Exactly. And I thought
That'd
what
be
was
kind of
really sad as well is that you don't really see much of her. Like you see her drop through the lake, the ice in the lake, but you don't actually see her die until like towards the end of the episode, where he remembers and like he goes back to that memory, and you see him pulling her out of the lake and like trying to give her CPR and trying to resuscitate her, and then like that really
yeah.
painful moment where it zooms in on his face and he listens to her chest, and the moment he realizes that she's got no heartbeat, and that shock and that horror in his face, and that you can really empathize with him in that respect, because if I was in that position, you're just feeling completely helpless.
You also would, if I were him, I'd probably blame myself a little bit, which
Yeah, same.
it's terrible to feel that way. And it was so sad to me because of the dialogue they had at the beginning of the episode, where she was basically commenting on how, that she wanted the snow not to dissipate into the
Mm,
water. And he's like, once it freezes over, you'll be able to see the snow build up on the surface of the water. And
yeah,
it's that way that she dies. She falls into the water via the
yeah.
frozen lake. That was too much. That was
It's too
almost
much.
on the level of the dialogue in episode 4, but that episode 4 is by far my favorite episode of Zoku Show so far. So
It was so dark. I mean,
it really
like
was, but it was
literally,
so visceral
literally,
and real,
and
dude.
that's what I'm saying. Like literally and metaphorically, it was really
Yeah,
dark. So,
yeah.
do you think we should discuss? Have you got any more thoughts on episode 3?
Great episode. I just don't remember it as well as I should, because it's not in recent memory.
Of
But
course.
I did thoroughly enjoy it,
Yeah.
and I think it was legitimately the best snow episode, because what was the other snow episode? It was like, I can't remember right now,
Yeah,
but
there was
I
one in
do.
there was one in season 1. I don't exactly remember which one it
Yeah,
was either.
I have that's the manga, the volume 3 I have of Mushishi. That's what happened. So I need to go look at it,
True,
refresh my.
true. Cool.
But let's jump into episode 4. Let's talk about
Yes.
that.
This
Because
was a fantastic episode.
the title alone, "The Hand That
That
Caresses
caresses
the
the
Darkness,"
night. Yeah.
or the night. Yeah, dude. Oh my goodness. It was from the very beginning of the episode. I had chills. Like, I was kind of had like goosebumps to see Ginkgo on edge.
Hmm.
Was very interesting to me. To see the presence of what was his name, Tatsu.
Yeah, Tatsu, yeah.
It was crazy. Like, the whole back and forth between Ginkgo and him, where he's just like, you think yourself the king of the mountain? Do you
Hmm.
enjoy, wielding this power over everybody else?
Hmm.
And to see him not wanting to relinquish it and being consumed by
That's
the
the
power
thing.
like that, it was
I
it was
think
so appealing.
I think he's the first character that we've seen ever in Mushishi who's been like an actual threat, like a danger, and somewhat a villain. Because
Like a villainous character, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, because he was consumed by the darkness, and he was becoming greedy and angry with it. And I found that really, really interesting. Something really different that Mushishi has never touched upon before.
I don't think we've ever seen anything like we've seen, actual Mushi that bear animosity, but the Mushi that was possessing him, it was the opposite of Koki, correct? It was like
Yeah,
Sushi
it
or
was
something
like
like that, and
it
it
was
possessed
essentially
no
like
sentient
decayed
life.
Koki.
Yeah, it had no conscience. Out of every Mushi, like every Mushi